Team USA going through final preparations as they will meet up with Canada a little later on in the day as we check in with Marty Reed.
Just outside the U.S. locker room. And, Coach, let's talk about the week overall at this point. How would you assess how the boys have played?
Yeah, I mean, there's been good improvement, and that's what we're looking for, and that's how it's been all season, is this little inches, and that's what we're shooting for, and today's another opportunity to do that.
Yeah, you told me this Canada match, critical, but critical because you need to gain more points, correct?
Yeah, it's critical. Obviously, they're a rival of ours, but we need the points on the series, and that's the important part. Not to get too caught up in the rivalry and play our game and improve on the things that we can improve on from yesterday in such a short turnaround.
So how do you not let the guys get too caught up in the rivalry then?
Yeah, it's replacement therapy, right? You get them to focus on other things, and focus on the line out, focus on the set piece, focus on what we can control and what we want to work on, and hopefully that stuffs their brain full of good stuff.
All right, Alex, best of luck. Okay,
great, thank you.
Todd?
USA head coach Alex Magleby with our Marty Snyder as Team USA prepares to take on Canada later today here from Las Vegas. Second half underway, New Zealand on top of Fiji 14-0, and so far it has been all Blacks.
Well, they've just been clinical. A great mixture of youth and experience. Tomasi Thama, number 6. Tim Mickelson, number 2 for New Zealand. Very experienced players. And they've got a bunch of young kids around them. David Raikuna, Luke Masarewa, who's still a teenager, number 1 for New Zealand. His father played for Gordon Titchens for the New Zealand Sevens team years ago. That's how long Titchens has been around.
On the line out. And the Fijians turn it over.
Be a free kick here to New Zealand.
What was his call? Was it not straight down the line?
No, I think he said he was offsides in the line out.
Big hit in the middle. Very patient. The All Blacks, the way they're playing today. Oh, and a giveaway.
Look at the Fijians fling the ball around. That's the way they play, just overhead and behind the back. And watch the footwork here.
Move the ball. Rangamate taken to the ground, penalty called. It'll stay with Fiji. Boy, they are just looking to break that one tackle.
Release. Leave the ball.
Very, very space in the corner. Looked like Jasa Veramalua.
The official's going to talk with the back judge and find out.
In touch before landing? Yeah. No? Okay, thanks.
I was happy the player was not in touch.
So, try? Yeah. Okay, thanks. Time on. It's a try.
So he converses with both officials, the back and side, and the try is awarded. So Fiji finally on the board.
Well, take a look here in the corner, and this is what the discussion was about. Did his feet touch the line before he scored? No. A great job in the corner putting the ball down, and Fiji finally on the board. Difficult conversion for Eli Tanai.
Look at this.
Oh, he gets it. What a great shot to get within one converted try of New Zealand.
Downward pressure applied. Good call by the officials.
Ball knocked on in the kickoff there, and so it's going to be a scrum to New Zealand. The questions around the New Zealand team right now, Todd, with all the youth that's infused into this team, do they have the kind of experience to be able to finish a game that's this important, that's this much pressure? And Fiji's just going to keep bringing it until the final whistle.
So with 7 points of their own on the board, Fiji looking for a spark here as they trail by 7 with just under 4 minutes to play.
Fijian player there, very says the ball was out. Referee thought it was still in the ruck.
Beautiful pass all the way to the outside. Lamert.
That's the youngster, Luke Masarewa, can't find the handle, and that's the kind of moment that an experienced player might be able to come up with. A little bit of nerves, a little bit of jitters. Masarewa's huge, he's 6'6", looks just like his father.
Okay, thanks. Crouch. Touch. Set.
Thama trying to steal it away. Rangamate now gets the offense going.
Oh, great little dummy. They just have such an unorthodox style. Any way they can get the ball around, they fling it, they'll flick it, they'll toss it overhead, underhand.
Here we go. Look at the speed.
Vidi Vidi.
Semisoni Vidi Vidi with the try for Fiji.
A lot of support here in the stadium. Take a look at Viri Viri, just this speed. Thama doesn't have a prayer.
Rangamati puts up the 2-point conversion, and we are all even. 14 apiece for New Zealand and Fiji.
Well, it's a great story, this young man, Vidi Vidi. He's 24 years old. He plays for the Nandroga Rugby Club back in Fiji. In his hometown, though, of Dratambu, he's a farmer. Short-handed Mickelson grabs the restart. There's Ben Lamb with a good clear out. Tomasi Thama works the corner. Sam Dixon, the youngster from Canterbury, to Luke Masarewa.
Showing a leg and then taking it away. Here it is, Masarewa doing all kinds of work. Not held down so we can get right back up.
Raikuna finds Thama in the corner. He's got Ben Lamb. Doesn't give the pass, though. All the decisions that you have to make while you're running. Should I pass? Should I run? Should I cut right? Should I cut left? What will that do? So much of it instinct. Thama to Ben Lamb. Lamb's a big man. Back to Thama. Masarewa in the corner. Brought down. But knocked on by New Zealand. No, they said offsides. Grabbing the ball in the ruck.
So Fiji dodges a bullet there, and now they have the ball as the clock ticks down to 34 seconds.
Leave the ball.
Great job by New Zealand. They managed to get Vidi Vidi there into touch, and then that'll result in a New Zealand line out. Clock winding down, 20 seconds out just outside their 22-meter line. New Zealand needs a score to win here, or the game's going to go to overtime.
So substitutions coming for head coach Gordon Titchens of New Zealand.
He's so intense.
Perfectly executed line out by the All Blacks.
Here comes the Fiji defense. Great tackle on Ben Lamb there by number 5 from Fiji, Jone Vota.
Lamert. Time has expired, but as long as New Zealand maintains possession, the game will go on.
Ball knocked on. Time expired. That'll do it for regular time.
So we will see overtime here. Fiji and New Zealand at the end of regulation, all knotted up at 14. Jone Vata looks like he's in a bit of pain there. We'll step aside, reset. We'll have overtime when we return to the USA Sevens from Las Vegas, Nevada. Back at Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, we are all even at 14 at the end of regulations. We'll start things up here in overtime. You see the players just absolutely gassed. They've been playing for 3 days, and so the idea of another period is not something they're looking forward to.
Well, that's Luke Masarewa on the bench. Gordon Titchens must have found a substitute for him. Fiji just doesn't have players to go to on the bench. They've got 2 players that have been suspended, one for an eye gouge against England in the first game of this tournament, another for a vicious tackle and a forearm to the head of a Scottish player. So instead of a squad of 12, they got a squad of 10, 7 of them on the field, 3 of them, probably the banged up ones, on the sideline right now.
And like in soccer, once you're subbed out, your day is done.
New Zealand kicks deep. They trust their defense. They're not going to go up for the high ball. First one to score wins.
So as the Fijians set up their offensive attack, we send it down the field quickly in Marty.
Talked to Gordon Titchens. He said our guys simply stopped tackling in that second half. Talked to the Fijian coach, and he was thrilled with the way his guys played after an embarrassing week last week. He told me before the game, we're just trying to prove we belong on the world stage again. How big would a win over the powerhouse New Zealand be, Todd, if they could pull that off?
No question about it. Thank you very much, Marty. You look at these teams, and right now it's New Zealand that is leading the HSBC World Series championship points, but Fiji always seems to be in the hunt.
In the game, number 3, Belgium, Tua Tangaloa for New Zealand. There's a knock-on by New Zealand, but the advantage being played. Eli Tanai, referee says advantage over.
Pass intercepted.
But knocked on.
Yep, knock on.
Yep, that's Tim Mickelson, and he read that so well. He was about an inch away from an intercept and going the other way.
So knock the ball forward.
Take a look at Mickelson there. First time Gordon Titchens saw him, he said he didn't look like a rugby player. Kind of gangly, tall, awkward looking. You get him on a rugby field, different story.
Not going to second guess Gordon Titchens, but they're going to take Thama out. Tomasi Thama, who's been everything for them, and they'll bring in Rocky Khan, the 23-year-old. Interesting story there.
Yeah, great story, Rocky Khan. The first Fijian player to play for New Zealand who's got Indian descent.
So it's number 10, Rocky Kong, who has checked in as we come up on 3:15 to play, and we check in with Marty on the field.
Well, I think the substitution, Todd, is because everybody's a little tired down here. Wind also picking up. All he said was, we need legs, so that's when that other guy went in.
And no question about it. Remember, they've already played 2 7-minute halves.
Yeah.
So Fiji.
Yeah, Fiji's going to try for a drop goal. If the first team that scores wins, this is a huge try from almost 50 meters away. He has the wind at his back.
Marty said the wind was picking up. Does he have enough here?
No, it's off.
Pushes it to the right.
So now this will be a 22-meter dropout. I'm not sure I like the call there.
Why do it at that point? Why not possibly pick up another 15 meters?
Well, I guess they're confident in their defense, and their playmaker, Tomasi Thama, out might give Fiji a little bit more confidence. And sure enough, they get the ball back in the drop kick.
First team to score is your winner here.
But they've knocked it on at the 50-meter line. Ulayasi Lawavu, number 2, giving the referee an earful. But he's made his decision, knock on by Fiji, a scrum. As we take a look at number 10, Rocky Khan, 23-year-old. Made his debut last week in Wellington. A lot of quickness, and that's why Titchens brought him on.
Ben Lamb. Thrown to the turf, but not kept down, and now the All Blacks trying to get something going to start and stop.
Raikuna, David Raikuna stretches and scores in the corner.
They're going to confirm, make sure there was downward pressure for the try. And it's good.
Drop kick decision comes back to haunt Fiji. Raikkonen, we've seen him do this several times this week. Just fakes out the entire defense. Looks like he's gonna pass. Instead, he just hits the gas again. Goes around the corner. Fijian-born player David Raikkonen playing against his former country.
So the 25-year-old gets the try in overtime, and New Zealand takes down Fiji 19-14. Coming up next, when we return to Las Vegas, South Africa will take on the defending champions from Las Vegas, Samoa.
Well, Samoa and Vegas in particular is a happy hunting ground to them. You know, they're a very strong, mobile side, very powerful athletes.
They're a very physical team, and you always come out with a few bumps and bruises.
It's going to be physical. They have a lot of pride in their shirt.
They've got hard ball runners and hard hitters, so
they physically like to hurt you.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are going to make car crash collisions, and you have to be mentally ready to do that.
So we are set to go. It will be Samoa and South Africa doing battle here on the pitch in Las Vegas from Sam Boyd Stadium, the third and final day of the USA Sevens. This is the 5th stop of the 9-stop tours we check in on the field, and Marty Snyder.
With Paul True, the head coach for South Africa, is Samoa the toughest matchup here in Vegas?
No, definitely. I mean, like same as Kenya and Canada last week. I mean, they've also beaten us in Wellington, so their confidence will be up as well. We're expecting a physical encounter. They're going to spread us wide. They're going to run hard. Our boys will just have to muscle up.
He told me on Friday, Samoa is the team to beat. This should be fun to watch.
Thank you, Marty. Bronco Dupree gets things going as South Africa sends it down to Samoa in the blue, South Africa in the green, and Samoa in the blue.
I'll tell you what, this tournament, Todd, the way South Africa is defending is the reason why they're here. They don't have a whole lot of flash on attack with their playmaker, Cecil Africa, back home in South Africa, healing up. But they've been tackling great. And here's Bronco Dupree. Regathers the Samoan kick, and he'll boot it back down. South African game is to play field position.
7-minute halves here in Sevens Rugby.
This will be a 22-meter drop kick. Looks like Alatasi Tupau, number 7 for Samoa. All the ball has to do on that drop kick is cross the line, and they do it. Nobody defends it. Quickly regathered, and Samoa's off.
Number 3, Frankie Horn delivering the shot.
Well, that's Asifa Amatala for Samoa. Comes up and just plants a hand. Bam, right into Paul Delport. Thanks for coming. Unfortunately, a knock-on for Samoa. Oh! And Paul Delport. He slows him down. You got to give him credit.
First scrum of the match.
Dupree finds some space. A great runner.
Stays on his feet, taking down the 22-meter mark, but a quick reset. Frankie Horn again getting drilled.
The defense in Sevens is all about just collapsing and reconnecting. Trying to set up that wall. There's Chris Dry. Tries to go over, but stopped. And there's Cornel Hendricks, number 5 for South Africa.
So the first try coming by way of Cornel Hendricks. 5-0, 4:30 to play here in the first half.
Well, Hendricks is such a great player. He's the leading scorer on the IRB series this year, and that's the reason why. He can beat you with speed, and there he just very smartly sees some space in the corner. 6 tries this tournament. He leads the tournament as well as the series. Good look at Bronco Dupria there, number 7 for South Africa. And he'll have a pretty difficult shot at the conversion.
Tell you what, we've seen some great conversion attempts today.
That was awesome.
More than 22 meters out, and with the wind and an ankle.
There's Cornel Hendricks again. Amazing kick from Bronco Dupria. Here's another look at it.
Look at the angle on that thing. On the reset. Samoa looking to answer. Remember, they are the defending champions from this tournament a year ago. South Africa won this thing 2 years ago.
We saw the exact same pattern from the last kickoff. South Africa kicks deep. Samoa gets the ball and kicks it downfield. And now South Africa is going to get the ball back in a line-out.
Beautiful line out by the South Africans. Here they go. Working it down the line. They send a dummy man through. Get it to Cornel Hendricks was always a good idea.
Chris Dry with a little footwork. I don't know what the call, maybe forward pass.
It looked like it might have been a forward pass.
By South Africa. Can't throw the ball forward in this game. Results in a scrum to the non-offending team, and that's Samoa. Take a look. Does it go forward? Whoa, that's kind of tight. Maybe just drifts forward.
The wind at the South Africans' back, so that may have assisted that call as we had a look at head coach Lamolia.
Sit.
Alatasi Tupau, you see the head wrap. He had some blood a couple days ago. I think it was day 1 on the tournament. Took a huge knock to the head, required some stitches, but little tape, good to go.
9.
Big, powerful running. Lavasa, number 4.
Leo Lolo, number 2, looking for space, but that South African defense has been so stingy all weekend. Paul True, the coach for South Africa, knows that defense wins these tournaments. And he just drills them again and again and again. Connect.
No. Entry, number 9.
Lavasa, number 4 on the quick reset. Almost a knock on, but they find numbers to the outside. Tulolo.
Great try there, and a good finish here. Patrick Fa'apale just finds a wide open Tulolo. The man they call Junior dots it down. 22 years old, you see there from Marist.
So final 30 seconds of play, and this will be a difficult conversion now for Samoa to knot it up. Fa'apale. Wow, I'll tell you what, the conversion attempt today have been stellar.
Well, Alatasi Tupau has been taking all of their conversions this year, and Fa'apale steps up. Just drills one from the sideline.
Patrick Fa'apale, 21 years of age, has been sensational in the early rounds. He's one of the smaller players at 5'10", 189.
So the ball goes all the way into the goal area. South Africa grounds it down, and because of that, they get to bring it back. On a kickoff, the ball has to remain in the field of play. If it goes out of bounds, if it goes into the goal area, it's a free kick from the halfway line.
So despite the fact the clock is showing all zeros, South Africa maintains possession, and they will keep that until a change possession or an infraction.
And there's one
we just had.
Yeah, that's a knock on to end it.
So the knock-on ends it. We go to halftime, and we are all even at 7. We'll hear from Gordon Titchens, the head man for the All Blacks, when we return to Las Vegas. Favorite moment. Yep, you got it. We've got a great one here in Las Vegas, and prior to this, it was Fiji and New Zealand going to overtime with the winning try coming and the All Blacks moving on. Their head man is standing by with our Marty Snyder.
Yeah, I think Gordon Titchens' heart's finally calmed down a little bit. You were excited there at the end. I talked to Tim Mickelson, your star, and he said, I thought we made just enough mistakes at the end of that thing to lose it. Were you worried you guys were going the wrong direction at the end of the game?
Yeah, we're in exactly the same position last week against Kenya in the semi-final, 14-0 up, and same position here. Both games went into extra time, and we actually deserved to certainly not win it, to lose it. And you know, perhaps the coin was with us this time, and flicked on the right side, and you know, we got a good win at the end, but we made it hard for ourselves, created so many opportunities.
Are you proud of how your guys have reacted after last week when you didn't win at home?
Yeah, losing all the injuries, get with injured players, and these players bouncing back, and these young players. It's an awesome result for us to get to the final, and now we've got a shot at it, so which is awesome.
Gordon Titchens and his young crew will have a chance to win it all, Todd.
All right, thank you very much, Marty. We look forward to that. We talked about the parity of this game. You know, 10 years ago, Brian, it was all the teams from England, teams from Scotland, Australia, New Zealand. Those are the powerhouse teams. But now we've got 16 nations here, and the parity. You know, last week the tournament took place in Wellington, New Zealand, and it was England coming away the win. This week, England, a no-show. Just couldn't get anything done.
Well, yeah, I mean, England just completely fails to show up from Wellington. And interesting that there's a shield game today between Australia and Kenya. Second place and fourth place from last week, playing for 13th and 15th place this week.
Sports certainly on the rise. It will make its Olympic debut, the Sevens of Rugby, in Rio in just about 3.5 years.
Samoa, a little bit of a rumble here, and that's Patrick Fa'apale. Tololo with the ball. Trying to find space on the corner. Referee says that one's not forward.
Dangerously close to being a forward pass, which would be a penalty and a turnover. Under 6 minutes to play now.
Penalty against Samoa. Looked like a hand came in that ruck, and a Samoan hand trying to push the ball back to his own teammate.
Our official today, Matt O'Brien. There's so many, and you know as a player and a former captain of Team USA, so many little nuances, so many little, it's like tricks of the trade that you can get away with.
Yeah, as we take a look again at this pass, look at the dotted 10-meter line here. Does it go forward towards that line? It's close.
Awfully close.
Yeah, you could definitely call that forward, but Matt O'Brien, during the speed of that play, just decides to let it go.
Keep it open.
You know, the players in every aspect of this game, and at the top level of every sport, you're going to see players that are just tickling the law right on the fringes. Is it forward? Is it not? Was there a hand in the ruck? Was there not? Makes the job of these referees very difficult.
We'll get our first scrum here in the second half with Matt O'Brien, our referee, giving the commands. We will listen in.
Crouch. Touch. Sit.
Fa'apale dances around, can't find space. Tololo can't break a tackle. Staunch defense from South Africa.
Trying to get the ball, and Patrick Fa'apale, number 9, and Afa Iona, number 1, also can't find anything.
Referee says Samoan player off his feet. It's going to be a penalty to South Africa.
Let's check in on the field with Marty.
Well, Paul True has certainly made the most of his trips here to the U.S. Last year after this tournament, he stayed, visited West Point, also the Buffalo Sabres. He wanted to learn how they organized the team, how they did practices, how they evaluated talent. This year, he's actually going back home, then coming back to the U.S., and he will spend the NFL Combine with Jim Harbaugh and the 49ers, learning how they evaluate talent. He told me, you always have to study the game. You always have to know how other people are doing it so you can make yourself a little bit better.
Yeah, no question. Great report, Marty. It's interesting to see how many sports have, I don't want to say give their roots to rugby and what has developed, but American football is certainly on that list.
He's a very unique coach, and he tries to get information and best practices from every sport. That relationship with Harbaugh, I think, has gone all the way back to a trip he took to Stanford a few years ago when he was here for this tournament.
Offside.
A strong relationship with Jim Harbaugh. And one of this year, he's thinking, you know, I wouldn't mind staying on the East Coast and see John Harbaugh. He had a little better year.
Ball kicked ahead.
22.
Sibelo Sanatla grounds it down.
So it comes out to the 22 for South Africa. There's your kick.
All right, guys. Get on with it.
Very young side. Cheslin Colby will check in for South Africa.
This is a warning. Time on.
This is a tight one. Not a whole lot of attack. Not a whole lot of line breaks. Great defense by both of these sides.
Down.
South Africa guilty of hands in the ruck.
Trying to break that single tackle, number 4, Rupina Lafasa.
Lafasa, the school teacher from Samoa.
Arriving player.
A yellow card's coming out. Afa Iono's going to get sent out of the game. This is known as a cynical foul. Afa Iono the Samoans got called for a penalty. If you take the ball and roll it away
time off
to slow the game down, it's now a yellow card.
Now the interesting thing, the judges, officials talked about that he's hustling over that chair. Now the 2 minutes starts, not until he sits down.
Time's off.
So Samoa will play with 6.
Australian referee Matt O'Brien having his hands full on this one. So Samoa will go with 6 players pretty much for the rest of this game as the 2 minutes run.
There's a huge Samoan contingent here.
Time off. Alex, stand in front of him.
Lots of support for this little island. You can see around the stadium the blue and red and the word Manu. Manu, we call it Western Samoa, but in Samoa it is Manu Samoa, and you'll hear the shout Manu, Manu.
Trying to chip it on. And a great job there, but Sibelo Sanatla loses it. It goes back to Samoa. Lavasa thrown to the pitch, number 4.
Sani Nui in the game now. That's number 10. Seli Seli. Not the fastest man out there. I'm not sure you want him on the corner. Big fend there by Sani Nui.
What a nice job of a clean out by Tulolo Tulolo.
Penalty coming against Frankie Horn, and even though they only have 6 men on the field, Samoa marching down the field. He's going to go for a drop goal. 1 minute left, and they have the right man on the field. This is Lolo Louis.
So the drop kick here, good for 3 if he can put it through. You like the strategy?
Yeah, I like the ball in the hands of Lolo Louis. He's done this several times throughout this series. 40 meters away. Oh, he drifts out. Well, we saw the strategy Fiji tried to use this, and it came back to bite them. Will the same happen to Samoa?
You saw a good look at Coach Lalo Milo looking on. And the strategy no good as he's unable to put it through.
Well, and they don't lose anything here. They get the ball again.
Would you try it again?
Samoan line out.
Time off.
And we're going to have this line out.
Look how close this is.
Just misses it.
Let's grab him. Wait. Wait.
Matt O'Brien, the referee, is trying to get the right personnel on the field. And South Africa had a substitution.
Guys, move.
All right, last play of the game here. It's overthrown. South Africa with the ball still has a man advantage. Cornel Hendricks. Desperate defense by Samoa.
So the clock is at 0 as long as South Africa maintains possession. The play will go on.
Release!
Well, they've got him held up. They've got him held up.
So holding him up in the maul, but no call there. Ball stays with South Africa.
Cornel Hendricks dances. Samoa turns it over.
No advantage.
The game cannot end on a penalty. And away goes Samoa. Sani Nui very quickly. 30 meters out.
So everything going the way of the Samoans right now. Remember, if this ends, we're going to go to overtime, which is sudden death.
Lavasa, the school teacher.
They've got numbers.
On the corner. Overlap. Selly. Like I said, not the fastest guy. He can't find the corner, and they knock the ball on, and the game will end in regulation.
So Samoa with a golden opportunity has a knock on at the end, knocking on the door for a try to win it, and we will go to overtime. Here it is one more time.
Selly. There's Cheslin Colby, the defender there for South Africa, the young man with huge wheels, and Selly can't get it done.
When we come back, we'll have overtime. Samoa and South Africa will decide it after this. Is that France down there warming up? Yeah, looks like it. As we start overtime, remember it is sudden death. First team to score wins, all even at 7, Samoa and South Africa.
And the penalty has been served for Samoa, so they have full complement again, 7 versus 7. They played the last 2 minutes, a man down to South Africa.
Sit. Offside, halfback.
Penalty against Samoa for being offsides. You can't touch the scrum half until he has the ball in his hands on that scrum. Oh, and some serious wheels.
Oh, just cuts him down. Sibelo Sanatla looked like he was on his way for a game-winning try.
Sani Nui with the ankle tap there. Sanatla thought he was going to be under the sticks.
Advantage.
High tackle right there, advantage.
Tackles down.
On the reset. South Africa goes in for the try.
Sibelo Sanatla, the 19-year-old, the teenager. Paul Delport goes quickly, just a veteran there, and Sibelo Sanatla does his job to finish it off.
And the champions from last year have been upset. Samoa taken down by the South Africans. I'll give you credit. At the start of this tournament, you said South Africa's looking better than what I saw down in New Zealand. And we sent it down to the field and Marty Snyder.
Paul, how about your 19-year-old there with that big play?
No, this is awesome. I mean, he's been part of our academy structures. You know, the guys really doing well back at home. But this is the output that we want here, because the guys are working so hard back at home, and we just wanted to give them a reward. So this is it. This is for them. This is for all the injured players back at home, all our supporters who've been faithful to this team. So we just got 14 to 20 more minutes to go, and then hopefully we can go back a happy team.
God, just an amazing coaching job he's done this year with all the injuries that team has had.
No question about it. Congratulations to Coach True and his South African squad. When we come back, Team USA takes on our neighbors to the north, Canada. We'll have that when we return to Las Vegas.
Rare that we actually get to play at home. And so for us, it's a huge opportunity, and our home fans deserve a great performance.
I've been blessed to play in front of my home crowd. It's an honor.
Just nothing like playing in Vegas in front of your home fans. You know, they do something to you that no other crowd can do. They really get you going.
A chance to play in front of your friends and family is, you know, it's the only one we got. So we really want to put forth the best effort that we can and, you know, get some hardware at this tournament.